There's this couple, Zach and Sam. They've known each other forever. It's super sweet. Sam's basically an orphan, grew up in a group home, and thinks her family died or whatever. But Zach is from the super rich family, and he's crazy about her. His family's totally cool with it, no biggie. So they get married, and they're super happy, especially Zach. He's so pumped he buys a new camera and is like, I'm going to film everything so we can remember all the good times. Then they go on their honeymoon to this awesome island, Hispaniola. They're having a total blast. Everything is perfect. But then things get weird. They bump into this random fortune teller who reads Sam's palm and says some creepy stuff. And get this, she's like, I've been waiting for you guys. They're totally freaked out and decide to just get out of there. But on the way back, it's a total disaster. They get lost. They can't find their hotel or anything. Suddenly, this taxi driver pulls up and he's super friendly. He's like, hey, you guys must be on your honeymoon. I know this really cool secret place. You'll love it. It'll only take 20 minutes. My treat. Sam's tired and just wants to go to bed, but Zach is like, come on, it's only 20 minutes, let's go. So the guy starts driving and it feels like he's kidnapping them, taking them to some really mysterious spot. His intentions seem bad, and they end up in this basement, but surprise, it's this awesome underground club. They actually love it, so they just stay and drink and party all night. They get completely wasted, just totally out of it, and while they're passed out, you see these people carrying them. It gets really messed up. They lay Sam down and draw this big circle around her and start doing all these strange, creepy rituals. It's horrible, and you're just wondering, what is even happening? The next morning, boom, they wake up back in their hotel room. They're super hungover and tired and have no idea how they got there. They just figure the taxi driver must have dropped them off. Anyway, the honeymoon's over. They go home. And guess what? Sam's pregnant. She was actually worried about it and didn't want a kid yet. She even took some pills for it. But she tells Zach, and he is just over the moon, so happy. He starts taking extra good care of her. But then Sam starts noticing these weird marks on her belly. They both just figure it's normal pregnancy stuff, so they ignore it. Then she starts getting nosebleeds too. And then one night, this is so creepy, Zach is filming her while she's sleeping to be cute. All of a sudden, she wakes up without opening her eyes and grabs his hand like super strong. Zach is totally scared, but he just brushes it off, thinking she's doing weird stuff in her sleep. You just know something bad is
And these
coming.
weird things just keep happening. So get this. They go shopping at the mall, right? And Sam sees some raw meat in a butcher's case. She just walks over, stares at it, and then she just grabs it and starts eating it. Right there, wildly, like she hasn't eaten in days. It's so gross, and everyone is just staring at her like she's a complete psycho, because who eats raw meat like that? You just know that means something really bad is going on. Then, a few days later, Zach's with her in the car, and they're in a parking lot. Sam just gets super angry for no reason and starts smashing the windows of all the cars around them. Just totally loses it. Zach is completely freaked out by her behavior. He's so worried he takes her to the doctor, thinking it must be some crazy pregnancy thing. But the doctor just checks her out and is like, yeah, this happens sometimes, it's normal, nothing to worry about. Total brush off. But time goes on and Sam just gets worse and worse. It's like she has some kind of evil powers now. Seriously, whenever other pregnant women get near her, their bodies just start hurting all over. And then they go to church, and as soon as the priest touches Sam, the guy's head starts pounding, and blood starts pouring out of his nose and mouth. They have to rush him to the hospital immediately. Everyone is shocked and has no idea what just happened. Zach is freaking out. He remembers seeing Sam giving the priest this really strange, cold stare, so he's starting to get super suspicious. He goes straight home, grabs his laptop, and starts looking through all that camera footage he shot. First, he's watching the video from the church, and who does he see in the background? That same taxi driver from their honeymoon. The guy is totally stalking them. Zach's mind is blown. So then he goes back and looks at all the honeymoon footage. He keeps digging and digging, and finally he finds it. He finds a video from that night they were blackout drunk. It's all there, dude. The video shows them getting carried. It shows those creepy people doing those weird rituals on Sam inside that circle. Now he knows for sure. It wasn't a dream, it was real. This is not normal. Something big and messed up is behind all this. He's panicking, he doesn't know what to do, so he calls his friend to come over for help. But it's too late. Zach steps outside for a minute, and when he comes back in, the laptop is gone. Someone broke in and stole it. All the proof just vanished. He realizes they're being watched constantly. Then he looks at the window and sees this weird soil sprinkled on the windowsill. So creepy. He calls the police, but they think he's making it all up and just don't believe him. He's desperate, so he goes back to the hospital to see the priest. The priest is in really bad shape. He just looks at Zach and says something about how the Antichrist is going to be born soon, and then he just shuts up. No other explanation. Zach is so lost and has no answers. And while all this is happening, Sam is at home and she's totally losing it. Get this, she started doing the exact same rituals on herself that those people did on the video. It's like she's completely gone. Then, in the middle of all this chaos, they're having a birthday party at their house and opening presents.
At this birthday party,
Like,
someone gives Sam a fancy knife as a present. big mistake. She takes the knife and just disappears into the woods. And Zach finds out she's out there like hunting deer and other animals and just eating the raw meat. It's totally confirmed. She's not Sam anymore. Zach is 100% sure they're being watched now, so they install a bunch of CCTV cameras all over the house to catch who's doing it. And sure enough, he keeps seeing this one car parked outside their house, just sitting there. So he tells his sister, hey, you got to watch Sam for me. I'm going to go follow that car. He follows the car to this old abandoned house. He sneaks inside, and get this, it's like a secret spy headquarters. There are all these monitors set up showing a live feed from his own cameras inside his house. They know everything. He's being watched watching them. He totally freaks out and just runs back home. He bursts in the door thinking he has to call the police right now, but then he hears Sam screaming her head off. And dude, when she screams, the whole house starts shaking, like a full-on earthquake. All the furniture's rattling, stuff is falling off the shelves. It's total chaos. He looks for his sister, but it's too late. He finds her dead on the floor. Sam totally killed her with her crazy powers. So Zach, he musters up all his courage and goes into their room. Sam is standing in the middle of another one of those creepy ritual circles, and it's obvious the baby is coming now. He tries to get closer to help her, but she just looks at him and bam! She uses her powers and flings him across the room like a doll. Then she takes that knife she got and just cuts her own stomach open. It's so horrifying. She collapses and faints. For just 1 second, she wakes up and she's just Sam again. She's back to normal. But it's too late. She dies right there on the floor. And right then the door opens. It's them, the mysterious cult people. They just walk right in, take the baby out of Sam's body, and leave with it. Zach is just frozen, totally in shock. He can't do anything. And of course, that's when the police finally show up. They see Zach, his dead wife, his dead sister, no baby, and no sign of anyone else. So what do? They arrest Zach for all of it. The cult left no evidence, so he takes the fall for everything. Then the last scene, we see that same taxi driver again, and he's pulling over and telling another happy young couple that he knows a really beautiful secret place he wants to show them. So basically, here's the deal. The whole thing is super complicated. It turns out there's this huge devil-worshipping cult. They have all these messed up powers, and their whole mission is to create these Antichrist babies. They find girls who are orphans, girls like Sam, whose moms probably died the same way. They set them up, perform the ritual, and poof, they're pregnant. But the baby isn't really human, it's some demonic thing. And the mothers, they're just vessels. They only live long enough to give birth, and then the cult takes the baby and the mom dies. That priest was right. They're literally bringing these Antichrist into the world one by one. Sam's whole life was just a setup for this. It's this messed up, endless cycle. Crazy, right?